Hello my dear friends, I hope all of you are doing really well. So the video which I'll be sharing today is actually a follow-on video of this video in which I shared some basic bank accounts in India as well as in Canada. So in this particular video, I'll be doing just some plain talks on checking account in Canada versus the savings account in India. So let's jump into some details of these two particular accounts. So friends, let's understand the actual objective of diving into the details of these two type of accounts. So on daily basis, I come across a lot of immigrants coming in the form of international students in Canada, especially from the Indian subcontinent. What is their biggest confusion? Their biggest confusion is which banking account to choose from. Is it checking? Is it saving? What is the difference? If checking, why not saving? If saving, why not checking? Or let's have both of them, but wait, what's the difference like? So what they actually want is a saving account which helps them to conduct daily banking transactions like, paying your bills, helping them buy something on the store, buy something online, tapping their card somewhere, withdrawing money, pulling funds from the counter or the ABM. This is what they want. But what is the actual need? The need to fulfill all these requirements is to get a checking account and not a saving account in Canada. So friends, let me now dive into some more details and do a small comparative analysis between these two products. So in order to fulfill your banking needs in India, that is, paying your bills, buying something online, pulling out money from your card or from your account, making a pre-authorized debit from your card, or I would say setting up a pre-authorized debit on your account, you definitely need a saving bank account. That is, if I'm talking of an individual person, a sole proprietorship, right, a personal kind of an entity, so you would definitely require a saving account. And the card associated with the saving account in the Indian subcontinent is usually referred to as a debit card, wherein here we call it as an access card or a debit card. So friends, talking about the Indian banking structure, it's like very huge. It has variety of banks, public banks, private sector banks, cooperative banks, digital banks, neo banks, and many more. So if we talk of private sector banks, it might ask you, it might charge a monthly fee on the savings account which you are maintaining with the private sector bank. The monthly fee might kick in if you do not maintain a monthly balance. So that means the need is to maintain a monthly balance in order to eliminate the monthly fee. That is only with respect to the private sector banks, because usually if you talk of, public sector banks, they won't ask, a customer to keep a minimum balance to avoid the monthly fee, because usually it does not have a monthly fee. So irrespective of the number of transactions you do, no matter how many times you tap your card, how many times you withdraw the money in a particular month, you will never be charged any fee, in lieu of any transactions that you avail on your saving account, which is altogether a distinct thing from the Canadian banking. And what else? The customer also earns a little bit of interest, which might vary from 2% to 4% depending upon the type of bank you're putting in money and what sort of funds, are you parking in your saving account. So this type of savings account in India is usually recommended for, salaried class people, working class people, all sole proprietorship. So that means it has to be an individual account. It cannot be a commercial or a business account. And another important feature to be looked into is, your debit card, an access card which is given to you in lieu of opening up a saving account cannot be linked to multiple accounts. That means if you've opened 5 saving accounts, even with the same bank, you have to have 5 different cards for that. So that means one card cannot be linked to, the other type of accounts. Whereas in the Canadian banking, it's only one access card which is usually given, and that can be linked to multiple accounts. So therefore, if you're looking for a bank account in Canada to fulfill all the, requirements which I've already mentioned here, you have to have a checking account and not a saving account, because a purpose of a saving account here in the banks in Canada is just to save some money. So that means there are some restrictions which are applied on the savings account. So that means you do not encourage their customers to pull out funds directly from the savings account. Now, if you want to do that, you might incur an expense to do that particular transaction. So both the things are different. If you land here as an international, student here, or an immigrant looking to get a bank account to fulfill your daily banking requirements, it has to be a checking account and not a saving account. So friends, moving on to the checking account in Canada, it actually works like the same manner in which a saving account in India works. That means you can use this account to pay your bills, to withdraw money from the ABM, or, withdraw money from the counter, to do a pre-authorized debit, to shop on the store, shop online, stuff like that, to receive, e-transfers, to receive your salaries, to receive your remuneration. So all these facilities can be availed with the help of a checking account. The only catch here is, you might be asked by your banking service provider to pay a monthly fee in order to use that particular account. So the banks here usually charge a fee in lieu of the number of transactions that you conduct on your checking account. So transaction means a debit transaction. That means whenever money leaves your bank account. So if you want to avail more transactions, that means you have to pay more fee. So a facility of lesser transaction would come with a lesser fee. More transaction facilities, that means more fee. So, banks here have designed, multiple type of accounts that may include a premium account, which gives you more transaction rights in lieu of, the additional fees which you are giving in. So along with this transaction rights, you also get some, more benefits along with that particular account. And it's very good to see a lot of banks designing specific schemes to help the new immigrants to settle down. So say, for some time, for a few months or an year or for a few years, they are not charging you any, monthly expenditure, any monthly fee on the account. And you can use all the premium services, which they'll be offering. So this is just a nice gesture for, any immigrant who has just entered a new world and wants to settle down. So friends, this was an in-depth diagnosis between a saving account in India and a checking account in Canada. So see you in the next vlog. Take care. Bye.